Hello everybody, and in this video I want to talk to you guys about Feral Flare. If you do not know what Feral Flare is, it is a brand new item that has been introduced to League of Legends for junglers. So I'm going to go over what exactly Feral Flare is, what the build path is, what it gives you, what the stats are, and then I'm going to go into who I think it's good on, who I would build it on, and what I think of the item overall. And then you guys can let me know in the comment section who you've tried Feral Flare on and what you thought of the end result. So let's first talk about what exactly Feral Flare is and what it gives you. So Wriggle's Lantern now turns into Feral Flare after killing 25 large monsters. So the big golem, the big wolf, the big wraith, and also Baron and dragons count towards those 25 large monster kills. Now when it turns into Feral Flare, the complete stats that it gives you are 35% attack speed, plus 15 attack damage, 30% increased gold from killing monsters, and it also has a stacking passive which makes you deal 100 bonus magic damage and restore 10 health from all basic attacks. And with each Feral Flare stack, you deal plus 3 bonus magic damage and restore plus 1 health. So as you can see, as you get those stacks, once you hit Feral Flare and you start working towards getting those stacks, you're going to be doing quite a good amount of extra bonus magic damage, and you're going to be restoring health. So if you're building lifesteal and you have Feral Flare and attack speed, you're going to be restoring a lot of health each time you hit someone and dealing a lot of damage, and it's only going to increase as the game goes on, because every time you get an assist, every time you get a champion kill, every time you kill a large monster, you're going to be building up those Feral Flare stacks, and you're going to be restoring a lot of health and doing a crap ton of damage as you go to the mid and late game. So I've tried this item on a few junglers so far. I want to try it on everyone, but I've tried it on Xin, Nocturne, and Evelynn so far. I need to try it on quite a few more, but I think it's pretty safe to say that the champion that benefits the most from this item right now is Nocturne. It actually kind of makes him viable again, because right now the meta is all about having early presence as a jungler, getting those ganks early, getting your teams ahead early, and Nocturne and a lot of these farm heavy junglers have kind of fell into the background because they don't really have a strong presence until level 6. Of course you can do something, but you don't have a super strong presence like a Vi or an Evelynn or an Elise until you're level 6. But with this item, Nocturne Nocturne gets so freaking strong. Like, Nocturne gets insane. As soon as he hits Feral Flare, as soon as that item, Wriggle's Lantern, turns into Feral Flare, your game is going to go downhill. It's very, very difficult to deal with a Nocturne that has Feral Flare, Ghost Blade, and Blade of the Ruined King, because he's attacking so fast, he's doing so much damage, and he's restoring health. So he's really hard to kill, and he's doing a crap ton of damage. So this item is absolutely amazing on Nocturne. It makes him super ridiculously strong. He can 1v1 anyone as soon as he starts getting those Feral Flare stacks. Now, I don't know if there's any other junglers that would for sure buy Wriggle's Lantern and go into Feral Flare. I think Nocturne is the only one that's like, yeah, you definitely go to that build path, because he's a farm heavy jungler. Most Nocturnes won't even gank pre-6, they're just farming the entire time. So it's definitely perfect for Nocturne. Like, I think this item was just built for Nocturne. Like, he just owns it. It's his item. So I haven't really found anyone that I would for sure build it on. I would personally build it if I was behind, because if I'm behind and my ganks aren't going that well, I'm not able to pull off ganks, and I'm literally just farming my jungle, I'm gonna get to those 25 large monster kills pretty quickly if I'm just farming, and then I'm gonna actually be productive in the mid to late game because I have Feral Flare and I'm gonna be building up those stacks. So I would personally build it if I was behind rather than ahead, because if I'm ahead, I'm gonna just keep ganking you and making sure that we stay ahead, whereas if I'm behind, I'm gonna keep farming. So yeah, I haven't thought of any champion that you would definitely go this route with other than Nocturne. So if you guys have tried it out and you feel like it's amazing on a champion, please let me know, because I would love to try it out. Of course, with this item, it even says in the patch notes that with this item, you're giving up some early game presence for a super strong mid and late game. So with your early game champions, you're not going to necessarily want to build Feral Flare because they're early game. They want to have the presence early game. They're not so bothered about being super strong in the late game. We're trying to make sure the game's over by then. So yeah, and currently the meta right now is to have champions that do have a super strong early game presence. So I feel like this item is a little out of the meta right now because most champions are just in it for the early game. So maybe when the meta shifts, we'll see more people picking up Feral Flare. But let me know what you think about the new item in the comment section, guys, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.